As police enter day 3 of their search for 21-month-old Lonzie Barton, all eyes are on this man, 32-year-old Ruben Ebron.
The victim's family in this case deserves answers. The community deserves answers.
As detectives work to get those answers, members of Lonzie's family are growing impatient.
Because no one deserves to go through this.
But the family is not alone. They're joined by hundreds of people who are holding out hope that little Lonzie will come home safe.
Now, from WFOX TV, this is Fox 30 Action News This Morning. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome to Action News at 8. I'm Erica Bennett. In just a few hours, police will ramp up their search efforts for 21-month-old Lonzie Barton. Just in the last 12 hours, there have been several new developments in the case, including a lead suspect. Let's get you caught up. Police say they're focusing all of their attention on Ruben Ebron, who's dating Lonzie's mother. He was the last known person to see Lonzie, and investigators say he's flat out lying about what happened to the boy. Action News' Michael Yoshida tells us while investigators have not found Lonzie, they did find potential evidence.
For over 48 hours, the search has been on for Lonzie Barton. Police looking from the air, on land, and even in the water for the 21-month-old boy.
We've got approximately 150 detectives, patrol officers, and other resources from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and the JFRD.
Other agencies have been involved in the search as well, including local FBI field offices. So far, JSO says they've worked around 50 tips on Lonzie's disappearance.
We're not working this as a stranger abduction anymore, still listing it as an Amber Alert, and still working it as a child abduction with a missing person.
What the Sheriff's Office and any competent investigator is looking for now is some information which would tell us where the caregiver was during the last 20 hours before and leading up to the disappearance of the child.
On Saturday, our cameras were there as 2 new tips rolled in on where Lonzie might be. One was here at the intersection of I-295 and Phillips Highway. The second location was by the Avenues Mall.
This is still some hope that we may find Lonzie alive. As time progresses, that hope fades. Our determination, however, does not fade.
Last night, the Jacksonville community held a vigil in Lonzie's honor. Parents who have been through similar tragedies and even members of Lonzie's own family showed up to pray for his safe return.
Amazing Grace filled this park while police continued to search the woods nearby. A lot of those gathering for 21-month-old Lonzie Barton as the second day of searching for him came to an end. Many mothers holding their children a little tighter.
My son is only 4 months older than Lonzie, and I couldn't even imagine even letting him out of my presence for 5 minutes. I couldn't imagine what's going through the mother's head.
Dina Thompson also showed up to pray for Lonzie. She said community support helped her stay strong when her daughter was kidnapped and killed back in 2009.
You see that the community is behind you and that you're not in this alone, that not everybody is out there saying really horrible things about you is basically how it works.
Strangers cried for Lonzie, and after they left, his own family cried for him as well.
Because no one deserves to go through this.
Kayla Barton traveled from McClenny, arriving last to the vigil. She says her and Lonzie share a father, and she hasn't seen her little brother in a while.
We weren't close, but I feel like I still should be here for him, in support for him.
Kayla Barton joined hands with Lonzie's other side of the family, the mother's family, praying for the little boy and his safe return.
Everyone, thank you for your support, and please keep the prayers, because God hears us and he's going to come home.
We have also confirmed Lonzie Barton is tied to another unsolved missing child case. Family members tell us Lonzie is distant cousins with Haley Cummings, who, if you remember, disappeared from her Putnam County home in 2009. Suspicion fell on her father's future wife, Misty Cummings, but nothing has ever been proved, and Haley Cummings' body has never been found. She is one of only 5 Amber Alert cases in Florida history that remains unsolved. Be sure to stay with Action News throughout the morning as we follow the latest on this developing story. Again, as we said, a live news conference is planned for about 8:45. Count on us to carry that live both on air and on our website, actionnewsjax.com.
Now, your first alert forecast.
Downtown, we're seeing cloudy skies this morning. Here's a live look with our First Alert Skycam network. You are looking out over the Main Street Bridge downtown. You can see all those clouds out there, and some areas this morning have already seen a few showers out there, especially in St. Johns County. You may have felt those sprinkles out there this morning, and we're still seeing just a little bit of sprinkly activity closer to the coast. Not a lot of measurable rainfall out there right now, but there are more showers off in the Atlantic Ocean. You can see the movement of those towards the south and southwest. However, a lot of these showers are breaking up as they continue to move towards the south and west, so I'm not expecting all of this to make its way onshore, but I am expecting at least a few on and off showers throughout the morning hours, and that will transition to a few storms later on this afternoon. Right now in Duval County, mainly dry. We're seeing just one band of rain move into the northern part of Duval County, so if you do live along the coast of Nassau County, expect some rain within the next couple of hours. USA Track and Field Championships are today. It's at UNS Hodges Stadium. This starts at 8 o'clock this morning. I believe the first event is the triple jump, and it goes until about 4 p.m. this afternoon. Not going to be a complete washout, not going to see rain all day long, but there will be on and off showers through the morning hours, and then a few isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. Good thing is temperatures today a little bit below average. I'll talk temperatures and tell you which areas will see the hottest temps in the First Alert forecast.
A popular Jacksonville restaurant is making sure the family of a murdered father is taken care of. This picture on the Blind Rabbit's Instagram page shows a growing memorial where Daniel Rowe was killed earlier this week. Rowe worked as a cook at the restaurant, which is now collecting donations at both of its locations. Several events are also in the works. As investigators work to learn what led a man to open fire inside a Louisiana movie theater, we're learning new details about the gunman. Investigators say John Hauser was deeply troubled long before Thursday's shooting. In 2008, he was treated for mental illness, but somehow was still able to buy a gun at a pawn shop 6 years later. Some experts believe if Hauser had been flagged, the two women killed Thursday might still be alive. Well, the Confederate flag fight is heating up in Baker County, where a new petition was just started by a group of lawyers, and it all revolves around a mural that hangs inside the county courthouse. The artist who painted this mural inside the Baker County courthouse says it represents hundreds of years of history and prehistory.
The Ku Klux Klan is not heritage. That is a hate group.
But it's not the simple inclusion of these hooded Klansmen on horseback that's riled John Phillips and other attorneys with the group Florida Justice. It's that this mural is hanging inside the county courthouse.
If I were to walk into this courthouse for any legal matter, am I going to be getting justice? Am I going to be treated fairly?
The artist, local historian Gene Barber, died several years ago, but in a guide explained why many of the elements were included in the mural. The palmettos, the panther, the Confederate soldiers. He described the KKK as, quote, an organization that sometimes took vigilante justice to extremes, but was sometimes the only control the county knew over those outside the law, end quote.
It's a bad thing that happened, but it's part of what did happen.
But these lawmakers say the mural does more than depict history. It suggests that it features white supremacist symbols hidden in plain sight.
There's symbolism to turpentine, which was used in tar and feathering. There's a copious use of trees and low-hanging limbs. There's just stuff that raises questions of whether there was a deeper meaning.
Including this woodpecker just to the left of the Klansmen, now widely considered extinct. The bird was once a southeastern U.S. native, and according to the petition in the Anti-Defamation League, a symbol embraced by skinheads.
Justice doesn't discriminate. And yet they're going into a courthouse that says it might.
Baker County seemingly settled this controversy in 2002 when the mural was dedicated. The chief judge at the time ordered it be moved from its originally intended home near courtrooms on the second floor, so it was hung on the first floor. And with its tiny Confederate flag, there it's greeted every visitor for the last 13 years. So why the controversy now? Well, because this happened. After the removal of the Confederate flag at the South Carolina State House, Baker County and cities and states across America are being challenged to strike a balance and to consider finding new homes for history. Not far from here, another Confederate flag debate is underway. It's the Confederate memorial carving at Stone Mountain right outside Atlanta. Officials are trying to decide what to do about the memorial that depicts 3 of the South's Civil War heroes, which causes offense to African Americans and others. In order to do anything, by state law, the General Assembly must okay any changes.
Now, your first alert forecast.
If you're heading out the door soon, temperatures right now are in the upper 70s. We're seeing partly to mostly cloudy skies. A few showers have already made their way on shore this morning, and I'm expecting a few more on and off showers throughout the morning hours as temperatures climb into the low 80s by 10 o'clock this morning. A mix of sun and clouds through the afternoon with isolated showers and storms moving inland throughout the day today. Nice, comfortable temperatures below average for this time of year. I'll tell you when we heat back up in the first alert forecast.
A fire at a popular Vegas hotel sends smoke billowing into the air. Why crews struggled to get the upper hand as flames consumed an entire pool deck. Plus, investigators are not giving up their search for a missing toddler.
This is still some hope that we may find Lonzie alive. As time progresses, that hope fades. Our determination, however, does not fade.
What police are doing today to find 21-month-old Lonzie Barton.